I'm curious, do your team members look forward to seeing you? Welcome to Continue to Improve, where every week we provide you with actionable content to help you continue to improve your business and your leadership. This week's episode is all about easing your team members' first day jitters. Now, last week I had my annual physical, but a couple of weeks before that I found myself looking forward to seeing Dr. Fairchild. And I thought that was a bit odd in that in all the years I've been going to the doctor, I have never looked forward to it. So it got me thinking about what was unique about Dr. Fairchild. What made her so different from all the other doctors I've seen in my life? And it boiled down to one thing. Dr. Fairchild started curious about me as an individual and has stayed curious about me as an individual over the years. Now, my first appointment with her started out much like any other appointment does. The nurse brings me in a room, sits me on that ever-familiar table, starts to take my vital signs, asks me a few questions about why I'm there, makes a few notes, and then leaves. Then Dr. Fairchild came in and said, "Hi, I'm Dr. Fairchild. Why don't you hop off that table and have a seat over here so we can get to know each other?" Now, in all my years of going to the doctor, I've never had a doctor say that to me. And it made such an impression. It made it so much easier for me to confide in her and be comfortable around her. Now, everyone has a story they want to tell, and that story is always evolving. And great leaders from day one start curious about their team members' stories and stay curious over the years. So, how do you start this curiosity? Well, it starts in the interview process. When you're interviewing for a new hire, pay attention to the hints they drop about their personal lives. Make notes about those so if you end up hiring that person, you can, on the very first day during that get to know you meeting, bring that up and use it as a way to break the ice and start the conversation of getting to know that person. Now, if you don't get to sit in on the interviews, a great way to start out is just to do what Dr. Fairchild did. Tell me about yourself. That opens the door for that person to tell you their story because they want to tell it. Everybody has a story and they all want to tell it. Give them the opportunity to tell that story. Get to learn about them. And by giving them the opportunity to tell their story, especially if you bring up something in an interview, they're going to know you care about them as an individual because you took the time to remember something specific about them that happened in the interview process and you brought it up again. So start out with the interview process. If you're not part of the interview process, just ask some simple questions. It's all about getting to know them as individuals. You know, are they in a relationship? Are they married? Do they have children? Do they have pets? Do they have hobbies that they like to do when they're not at work? Get to know your people. Now, this is not speed dating. It's not about asking as many questions as you can, as fast as you can. Let the conversation develop naturally. You have plenty of time over the course of their work history with you to learn more and more about them. So here are your action steps for this week. There are some questions down below. What I'd like for you to do is to copy that and paste it into a document and then take some time and answer each of those questions about each of your team members. And if there are questions you don't know the answer to, that's great, because this gives you something to talk about next time you interact with them in the workplace. Thanks for watching. Please share this video. If you like what you see, subscribe and be notified of upcoming episodes. Thanks for watching. We'll see you here next week on Continue to Improve, where every week we provide you with actionable content to help you continue to improve your business and your leadership.